Judge cranks one. Deep left field. A grand slam.
Bases loaded. Hits the stand. Swung on. And drilled deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
Lost. You're not going to hit the ball. You're going to swing and miss.
Now it's Chisholm. High drive. Right field. Goodbye.
Hello and welcome to the 9th Vinny Talks Yanks. I am your host, Vincent LaRose, and today, first off, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. And today, we're going to get into a little bit of the confirmed MLB roster, some guys that have earned their spot, some cool stories, and a little more of the injury updates with everything and some other stuff. So to start, first I want to start with the cool one. JC Escada earns a spot on the big league roster, which is really cool. There's a whole story out on the MLB app if you want to get super into the details, but basically he was just a driver, I believe, for Uber, he's one of those drivers, and he just fought his way all the way to a spot. He had a great spring, had a good game yesterday as well, and I think yesterday's game put the icing on the cake. I think they were already decided, but he will take over the backup spot. I think Alex Jackson is his name. I think they're gonna send in the minors. But anyways, yep, so good for him, man. He had a wonderful spring. He had 4 homers, I believe, was hitting like in 370 something. It's just spring training, but it was really cool. They came out with a video of him calling his mom, and it was a cool video to watch. It's like a really good feel-good story. He's a lefty, so it might work out well for him. He played really good defense. He can definitely hold it down behind home plate. So just a cool thing to hear. I mean, obviously I hope this goes into the season. If these stats, I mean, not gonna hold up. He's not gonna hit 370, but if he can at least be like a 250 hitter with this good defense, that's a really good backup. I mean, that's just replacing Trevino, and we got Fernando Cruz out of it. So Fernando Cruz, I'm sorry, I forget his name sometimes, but yeah, that's the first one. And then the second one, Cashman has confirmed that Carlos Carrasco has earned a spot on the Major League roster, and he will, or earned his rights to. It just means he's gonna make the opening day roster, which would be really cool to see. They have an interview with him earlier in spring training about how he wants one last go at it, and there's no other organization than the Yankees he would want to make that his last go around at it. So he looked really good this spring. So it's just cool. He'll slide into that 5 spot. We'll go into a little bit more why. So with him making it, as well as Will Warren has also made the MLB roster. So I'm sorry, Carrasco, I don't know if they'll have him 4 or 5. Doesn't really matter. But Carrasco and Warren be that 4 or 5, which definitely not the 4 or 5 we were coming into the season thinking about. We were thinking about, wow, Stroman's out of our rotation and now he's our 3 starter. But the team still, I still have more than enough faith in Fried, Rodon, and Stroman. We'll see, but it's just to start the season. We're gonna get 2 guys. We're gonna get Heel and Schmidt back. Heel's gonna be out for a while, but Schmidt is coming back. I'll get into his injury in a minute, but a couple feel-good stories yesterday. It was really cool to watch. Another one I want to speak on is, wow, Dominguez has turned his spring around. I remember watching a couple of his watching his at-bats, and they looked horrible. He looked lost in left field, and then just probably like a couple days after I talked about it, he just started going off. He's had a good spring, and he's definitely bounced back. He just got to a slow start, which the best hitter on the planet always gets to a slow start, so that's no way to judge somebody, but he looks very good as well. They're going to see where they fit him into the lineup. I thought he might have been an option for leadoff, but it doesn't look like it now. So, but the team in the final days, season starts on Thursday, so we're coming into the final days of rounding it off and getting the roster ready and stuff. So everything's coming together. So I'm just excited. I want baseball to start. I can't wait to watch baseball again. It's been so long. I feel like, even though we were the last team to play, but it'll be good. Another note: Judge hit his first home run in spring yesterday. It was a bomb. He destroyed it. So he looks like he's getting a little bit. I always feel like it takes Judge a little bit to sorry. Judge a little bit to get into the rhythm of things and get it going. So last year he had the slow start, still hit 58 home runs, which is nuts. So basically, 5 out of the 6 months of the season, he did all his damage, and he was still better than almost. Well, no, not almost. He was better than everybody in baseball. So he was the best player in the MLB last year. So, that's a good sign. Another thing I want to talk about is Austin Wells. That dude is on crack right now, guys. Oh my God, he's just, I don't know. You threw him in the leadoff spot, and he turned into a different animal. They've announced he's going to be our leadoff hitter, which is definitely not what I expected coming to the season. I thought he was probably going to be our 4, but he looks really good, and I'm not upset with it. They were talking yesterday on how he just for some reason, like, he's so good at getting his pitch. It's like, if it's the first pitch of the game and it's right down the middle, he's gonna swing. But he will work the count. If it's not a pitch, he wants to hit. So he's very good in that aspect. They were saying that, like, people are a little weird about a catcher leading off, but they're saying, like, Jason Kendall has done it. He did it for the Red Sox for a long time. Yogi Berra at one point, I believe, led off. I think that was with the Mets, not the Yankees. So his two horrible seasons with the Mets. Not horrible because of him, just because the Mets suck. But so Wells, I think they've confirmed Wells gets that 1 spot. So likely following, it'll be Judge, probably Bellinger, the 3, Goldschmidt 4, and then they'll work out the bottom half. Probably I'd say they'd probably throw Chisholm in the 5, maybe Dominguez 6. Let's see. Ben Rice is. Oh yeah. Also, Ben Rice has made the team. He will be our DH. So Ben Rice at the 7. I think the good news about Ben Rice being our DH, though, as I get into that, is he's also versatile as well. So there's a day like, we want to give Goldschmidt either an off day or a DH day. You can throw Rice at first. You don't have to watch LeMahieu swing a baseball bat. So that's really nice. So, you could give him that. If you really want to, he could catch, but he's probably not going to catch. But he's been catching this. He caught a little bit this spring, but I believe they stopped him after they realized JC was probably going to earn his spot. So you have a little bit of versatility there. You can get Judge a day off, throw Grisham out there, throw him at the DH, and maybe give Goldschmidt a full day off to start. Just that. I know Goldschmidt was dealing with the back thing. Although they already said he's 100%, I believe he's playing in the game, one of the games today. So Goldschmidt's all good, and I like Rice, and I think this is a good thing. Hopefully, he can do what he did last year at the beginning of his stint, where he was really on it. He had his 3 home run game, which I was watching that game. That was really cool. So but a lot of. I was a little bit worried going into this. Granted, do we still have a lot of, like, we hope this guy's good? We don't know what we're going to get out of this guy. Hopefully he's productive, yes. But, a lot of guys have proven themselves enough in spring for me to give them the confidence to say, hey, you can definitely compete on an MLB roster and, go about that. Another thing I want to say is our third base situation is now... I was kind of, everybody was super worried about it, and I wasn't as worried as I'd say other people are, but, oh, no, it looks really bad. I mean, Peraza is hitting dude, I don't even think he's hitting 100 right now. He looks horrible. I mean, defense is good, but he just looks so bad. And, I mean, oh my God. oh my God, like I'm actually really worried about the offensive production we're gonna get from third base now, because LeMahieu is not gonna be a guy that comes back. They need to find a third baseman. I said in my last video, like the Cole money, like we need to go out and get somebody, man. I mean, this is not. This doesn't look great. Peraza and Cabrera defensively will be fine, dude. Honestly, even if you want to go out and get a decent second baseman, like, I mean, I'd rather just re-sign Glaber at this point. Throw him back at second and threw Jazz back at third. This looks bad. I mean, I haven't seen. I'm actually curious about Oswaldo Cabrera's stats. I haven't really looked into it. I know he's been playing. He hasn't been playing on the regular. How they mix him up, but Oswaldo Cabrera. But it looks scary now. Like now, I feel like Okay, I said spring training stats, not his regular stats. Anyways, but it looks scary now. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be a huge hole for us. You're not gonna show me his spring training stats. Okay. Oh. Okay. He's hitting 280 with 2 home runs, 3 RBI, 750 OPS. All right, so he's hitting about. He's probably going to be about league record. Still, I do want to get into that. I was less worried before than I am now. I am worried about that third base spot. I really hope DJ's not coming back and they're like, oh, DJ, you're still getting $20 million on the book, so you're going to get a lot of run at third base. That better not be the case, because he looked. He had one at bat, and I looked at him and I was like, dude, this guy's not ready at all. He swung a pitch over his head. I don't want to see this guy at third base. I mean, I've switched up on him quite fast, because beforehand I was like, oh, I believe in DJ, but that was just a hope in me. Like I saw him take one at bat, and I could tell it's over for him. I could tell it's hard to judge somebody off one at bat, but he looks lost. He looks like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain. I don't want to get into it, but so at third base. So also one thing I want to talk about. The Yankees ticket revenue had come out. And when I say ticket revenue, I mean ticket revenue, not anything else. Not like, this doesn't include the merchandise, the TV deals, the fucking none of that. This includes tickets and tickets only. It came out they made $411 million, shattering their previous record, I believe, which was in 22 when Judge was doing his thing. If I was Hal Steinbrenner, I would have done whatever I could to make sure that information did not come out. Because, wow, you look like a really cheap. You look like such a cheap dude right now. There's so many words I want to say, but I'm not going to, about you. You look so cheap. It's insane. Crying broke, or not broke, but just saying the payrolls on. Dude, you made more money in one season than what your payroll was in the entire 2009 season, 10 season combined. I mean, I don't know. That's a bad example, but it's just stop crying broke, dude. That's just your ticket revenue. That's not everything else. You probably made. I know nothing, so don't take what I say. Take it with a grain of salt. But you probably made like $1 billion off this team, and then you're gonna sit here. Okay, there's a lot of people don't think that go into it. Like, you still have your coaching staff, and you still have to take care of the guys. I understand that. So you probably invested. I wouldn't be surprised if you invested what you made in return. But if you don't want to spend more than that, you shouldn't own the Yankees. You should sell the team and give it to somebody who will. It's that simple. If you don't want to spend the money, sell the team and give it to somebody who wants to spend the money. Look, I hate the Mets. I can't stand the Mets. I think their fans are so ignorant because they never win anything. And now apparently the Yankees are their little brother. But, one of the reasons we say we didn't go after Pete Alonso is because, that's like the little brother move. But you guys went out and took like 4 guys off our roster and try to tell one he's a starting pitcher and he's going to fail miserably. But I couldn't imagine, like, is our current ownership situation like the Waldman brothers? I think they were. Absolutely not. That was horrible. I actually felt bad for the Mets because what cheap scumbags. Just what cheap scumbags. If you want to own a professional sports team, like, I feel like a lot of these owners need to get, like, I know you can't exactly just go to them and be like, you have to sell it, but, like, come on, guys. Why even own the team if you're not going to spend the money? It's like, why you guys you guys are so, not a single one of you go home and worry about money, like, ever. You won't, generations of your family will never have to worry about how to pay bills, likely ever in their entire lives, and you're going to tell me that you don't want to spend. It's beyond me, man. Like I said, if I was Hal Steinbrenner, I would have done whatever I could to make sure that number either didn't come out or was the wrong number, because $411 million, and tickets only go up, so he's gonna make more this year. By the way, he's spending only like 20 something million more than we did last year. He's gonna make more. So yeah, that's just straight revenue. I mean, that alone probably pays every last bit of everybody's salary. So, like, everybody's salary. But again, I don't know what goes into it. Who knows? But anyways, so yeah, I thought that was a little bit interesting. I want to get a little bit more of a happier note. Yankee Stadium has this really cool tiramisu helmet coming out that I will definitely make sure I try when I go to the games. One of the games this year I go to, so that was really cool. I know they have a bunch of food that came out, so if you guys end up going to a game, that'd be something to look into. I'm hoping it won't be like a Judge Burger situation where you had to sit in line and not watch a single second of the game. I went to go get a Judge Burger. I think it was 23 the year it came out. Yeah, I think it was 23. Maybe it was 22. I walked up, I saw the line, and I turned around and went back to my seat because I'm not waiting. But I think they do the Uber Eats stuff now. I think I was just being a little cheap when I went, ironically saying cheap now. But so if that's something you guys are interested in, look into it, because actually a lot of the food looks really good. So okay, now I want to get a little more into the injuries. I know for some reason I was looking at a lot of stuff where people were concerned, because they're like, a lot of stuff concerning things has happened. But I want to say this: Clark Schmidt is fine. He's starting the season on the IL. He's gonna go on the 10-day. So Will Warren can come up, make his 2. I believe it'll be 2 or 3 starts, and because there's like a time period of when you're allowed to send people up and down, unless there's either an injury or somebody has to take a leave. You're not supposed to call. I think it's 10 days. I think it's exactly 10 days. So yeah, Clark Schmidt's not hurt anymore. They just want to build him back up and make sure that they don't ramp him up too quick and then eventually get him hurt. So he's good. There's another one. I'm blanking right now for some reason. Is there another one, or is that it? No, I think that's. Oh yeah, Ian Hamilton. He's gonna start the season on the IL, but they said he'll be back, I believe, after the 10 days. Either after the 10 days or shortly after. He's not gonna be on there for long. So yeah, that pretty much makes like those 2 guys leave. Carrasco's actually replacing Cole on the roster, and then I believe Warren is replacing Hill. So I'm not sure what they do with those 2 extra, because we did have the extra starting pitcher Stroman coming into the season. So I'm assuming they're going to add bullpen. I don't think they're going to go with an extra bench guy, truthfully. I think they're going to go with an extra bullpen guy. I'm really not sure. I haven't looked into it much because the bullpen is so vast. Speaking of bullpen, yesterday I saw, a very obviously probably the most popular Yankees podcast, Talking Yanks, posted on I was looking at it on Twitter or X, whatever, and Yankees ended up like losing the game or whatever. They were up like 5. The Phillies scored like 5 runs. Either top of the 8th, top of the 9th, take the lead. And it's spring training, so I don't care. You're looking at guys. You got to realize you have bullpen spots, so they're putting guys out there. And then I saw somebody. The top comment was, "What is Boone doing? Why is Devin Williams not in the game?" I can't. When I read it, I couldn't tell if the guy was being serious or not. I think somebody was under it, was like rage bait, whatever thing. I want to see if I can find the comment again. I'm curious if it was rage bait. I'm not gonna call the guy out. My whole point was like, if that's what you think, my good sir, I don't know what to tell you, because that is not that. No. So let me see. Last post. That's previews. Did they delete it? So 18. Oh, here we go. The Yankees just blew a 7-0 lead in the 9th, and now the Phillies lead 8-7. Oh, he must have deleted his comment. Why are people like actually getting angry about this? Like Price Picks posted yikes, or said yikes. Yeah, there we go. Somebody with a brain. Spring training is just practice for the regular season. What are we getting so angry at? Like, it wasn't like Devin Williams was in the game. Like, if Devin Williams was pitching, then I'd be concerned. It was like guys who aren't even gonna make the roster. I don't know. I saw it come up yesterday. I was like, what are people getting upset about here? It's what. Too many people who have no clue what is going on are allowed to type on the internet. That's just, I feel like any like a post like that, it should be like, hey, before you are allowed to comment, do you know anything about baseball? Because if you do, you should know that it's spring training and the end score does not matter. Okay, like, I don't think a single. Maybe Volpe was playing short. I think maybe defensively, yeah. I beyond me. I'm not gonna get angry about it. It was just very, very weird. But yep. So another injury update. Goldschmidt. His back is good. He's 100% ready to go. Good for opening day. I don't know if I mentioned that or not yet. So the Yankees are we're getting into baseball. So my next podcast will be after the first games of the season. I will do a recap of the first series. I'm going to probably give out, like, I'm not stealing anybody's ideas. I don't want to do awards. I want to do my own thing. So I'm going to try to come up with, like, my own little thing that I'll do to, like, recognize good, like, I might do my own separate system. So I'm going to come up with something like that. So these will be, I'll start getting into a little bit more real content, not just sitting here talking about what's to come. So my next podcast will be during the actual MLB season. I'm excited. It's my first go around at this. I've been doing this this will be officially at my this is my 9th episode, so just over 2 months. I've made sure I post a podcast once every weekend. I want to stay committed to it. I know I don't have a huge following right now, but that's not gonna change what I want to do. So I'm gonna continue to do episode every weekend, and I'm hoping that maybe something in my own personal life can change and I could do more. So, but this is it. I mean, this is the moment most of us have been waiting for. Our redemption tour. Get back into the dance and win it all. Which is everybody's hope. So we'll see how it goes. Next week is the start. So I would like to say thank you. I'm hoping we can expand a little bit once the season starts. more people get interested. But anybody who's consistently followed till now, I wanna thank you, and I hope you continue to follow because there's a lot more to come. So that's I'm gonna wrap it up there today. Thank you for everybody listening, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And go Yankees! I hope the season starts off strong.